We talked to Nina Dobrev, who plays Elena Gilbert in Vampire Diaries. This is how she describes her character.
My character is Elena Gilbert in the Vampire Diaries, and she is a girl who, she has layers and troubles like every other person, and she loses her family in a car accident that she was in, and everything shifts and changes, and it isn't until she meets Stefan that she feels a little bit of comfort and something different that she can relate to, and she doesn't even know that he's a vampire. That's a whole other aspect. She's just dealing with basic relationship problems. But then there's a love triangle, and there's all these things that come in, and it gets kind of crazy.
Nina can relate to Elena just a little bit.
I can relate to just like any other person, not knowing where you fit in and trying to figure yourself out and having problems and dealing with them. So yeah, in that way.
And it was almost like she was destined to play this part.
I auditioned for it. I auditioned for the Vampire Diaries. It was my first audition for my first pilot in Los Angeles, and it worked out. I grew up in Canada, moved to LA in January, got the show, and now I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
This is how Nina explains the recent obsession with vampires.
I don't know, I think it's, for women at least, I know that there's something about a guy who is mysterious and dark and you don't know everything about that's very appealing because the girl's always like the bad boy. Or not always, but there's something about it that he's the guy that you want to change. He's the bad boy that you want to make better. I've been in long-term relationships, and anybody wants to find the good boy that's going to treat them well, but there still is something about a boy that you can just have fun with and throw away too. That is interesting.
The first episode introduces the main characters, but here's a little teaser for the second episode.
I can definitely tell you that there's a comet involved. It centers around a comet, and there's a lot more Damon in this episode, so the girls should be happy.
The Vampire Diaries premieres on September 10th on the CW, and we have all your inside scoop right here on the CW Source.